life is really beautiful. And so my point is that we need to really be in tune with the rhythms and the cycles, and we need to trust that the universe is on our side, and that sometimes the universe takes away distractions that maybe we're even bringing money, but right now they'd be a distraction to what the ultimate goal is or the highest priority. So we really need to remember our intention and to really be present. That's something that so many humans that are in lackful consciousness lack. They are in lackful consciousness, so therefore they are never, I observe them, they're not present. They could be sitting right next to a person that's giving them answers, and they're not even listening. They're on their cell phone texting, or they're panicking about the next appointment they need to be at, or they might be with a client and they're not even with the client because they're thinking about the next client they need to get. And this is what I'm talking about when I say there's a soul level sickness in our collective consciousness and in our as humanity that needs to be addressed. We need to really tune in to that thing inside of us that tells us there's not enough money, not enough time, not enough popularity, not enough something. And when we're in that lackful consciousness, we are ruthless to each other. This is when you see humans at their worst. They are very cutthroat in their approach with each other. They're very competitive. They're very judgmental. They're very insecure and jealous, and they just want to dominate and control. And when I observe that in others, when I see humans acting in this way, all it's showing me is how out of alignment they are and how disconnected from their source they are. Because when we're connected with source, we understand that there is plenty. We understand that we are exactly in the right place at the right time. And then we give and offer our gift of presence. And that is why whenever things come to us, we thrive and we prosper. We have great health and abundance because we are present with life. When life shows up, we show up with life and we say yes to it. When you're in lackful consciousness, life shows up, you're saying, no, sorry, don't have enough time, sorry, no, oh, excuse me, what'd you say? Like, how you doing? Oh, good, and then they're walking off. They don't really care, and there's a reason they're struggling and that they're not happy, because if you're not really caring and connecting with each other, you're never going to be fulfilled or happy, because truly what it is that you want most is that connection. What you're each seeking in the greatest places is a connection with your own source and a connection to each other and a feeling of love and honor and reverence for life. And no amount of money in your bank account or any amount of money disappearing from your bank account is going to make you understand that. What's going to help you is you really being present with life and really honoring it and being there in a higher vibration. So when I talk about vibration, if you take 20 minutes, say 10 to 20 minutes a day, and you just lay down and you relax. You can do it outside in your bedroom, it doesn't matter, but you just lay down and close your eyes, connect with your breath. You could put calm music on if you like, something like gentle and meditative, and you're just going to be still and connecting with your breath. As you tune in vibrationally, you want to check in. So right now, let's just do a little exercise. If all of you watching will just close your eyes for a moment and just connect with your breath. Just feel your breath. Be very present. And just tune in to what is going on inside of you right now vibrationally. Do you feel at ease? Or do you feel any sense of resistance going on? And no need for judgment, just tune in with awareness. So if in our mind we're feeling resistance, it's very busy, very scattered, it's okay. Tune in and acknowledge that. If maybe in our heart we feel tension, our heart's tight, or our stomach's upset, we feel tension in our stomach, or maybe our shoulders are really tight, just take a breath and relax and let that go. So the more and more that we tune in and just tune into our own state of ease, am I at ease, or am I in a place of resistance, that is a great place that we begin. So when we go into that place and we close our eyes and we feel our energy, the next level is not doing anything. It's really practicing releasing. So imagine as you're closing your eyes and you're breathing, Your intention is to release any resistance, to release any tension, to release any fear. And it could be known fears or unknown fears that we're just unconsciously holding. But just to set that intention that we are releasing, we're letting go. And truly, as we let go and we allow the universe to support us, we remind ourselves, I am an amazing and powerful soul, and I am worthy. I allow the universe to now fully support me. We basically go from this place where we had our hose pinched, and then we unpinch the hose, and source, that infinite supply of source, can flow in and help us. So vibrationally, that is the most important thing that we need to remember. Is it's not about how many books we've read, it's not about what we look like or our social status or how much money's in our bank. It's not about how hard we worked, that we had to work 60 hours so that then we could be worthy of that money. The people that you see that are really thriving, the secret they understand is that they have let go of that need to overwork and overperform and overprove themselves, and they have relaxed and they let go, and they allow the entire universe to support them. They realize they're a part of this greater universe that has all these beings on the planet that are here to support us. And we start to pay attention and tune in vibrationally. When we're at ease, we naturally will notice the opportunities. When we're at ease and we're in our higher vibration, we attract, like bees to honey, we attract the opportunities and the helpers in. When we're tense and freaked out and stressed, if you're really paying attention to your life, when you're in that energy, you're repelling and repulsing beings from your life. Sometimes you're actually destroying friendships and relationships because your fear is so strong that you are just lashing out and burning bridges left and right. It's not necessary, and it's definitely not serving you. So I'll take a pause. Any questions at this point?
Well, it seems like Guy D had a problem. He says he didn't know how to connect or tune in, so I was trying to help him find out what the problem was, and he said he didn't answer. And I said, ask him if he was there. He said, oh, yes. I mean, in the sense of conversation, alignment, vibration. I thought it was a technical problem. But it's
well, in a way, you got it, because it is a technical problem. It's like not necessarily on the computer today, but it's like that. Like if we look at like a computer, we sometimes have to tune in and we have to clear the clutter of our computer so that it will work and function properly. And if we don't do that, it's just going to glitch and have issues. So think of that as in yourself. Like we as humans invented computers. The reason we did is so that we could have something outside of ourselves that we could understand. And we internally are much like a computer. Sometimes we need to go hit that computer and reboot it. And that's like when I talk about meditation, think of it like a reboot. Like you're rebooting your hard drive. You're reconnecting. And when I go into meditation or I'm in dream state, I call in higher consciousness, call in angels, ascended masters, and I thank Source for uploading me with the information that I need at this time. So as I'm speaking right now, that's my intention before I started speaking on the show and before every show is Source, speak through me, channel through me, upload me with the wisdom, the consciousness, the information. So it's just like we put a program on our computer and suddenly it's operating more efficiently. That's exactly how Source works in us. So we need to sometimes take time to kind of turn our computer off. That's symbolic of shutting our mind down. Sometimes the mind is so busy and consumed with thought, or we have way too many programs running, and so our computer it's like overworking and it's like overheating, and we can feel that in ourselves vibrationally. If we've been overdoing and we're spinning our wheels and we're getting nowhere, that's a good time to shut off the computer. And so a lot of times that's exactly when humans are in that kind of panic. They make all the worst decisions and choices because they're making their choices from a lower consciousness. They're making their decisions from fear rather than from love. And it's so important that we start learning about this, that we start really pausing and going into that higher vibration and that higher consciousness before we make our decisions, because that is going to make all the difference, I promise you. Anything else on that? Like, share, how about some of you listening, share with me some examples of things you're going through right now with lack, and let me see if I can help you. If you feel free to share, and then I'll keep talking. But if anybody wants to share like a scenario, I'd be happy to help. So let's see, back to vibration. Now, the universe is listening to your vibration. So when I am, say, I just put out a bunch of money, which literally just happened. I'm sending money for my son's car and all these things I didn't expect. So I go into meditation and I just vibrationally feel gratitude for the fact I had that money to help my son. That's the first step of being in appreciation and in a space of having. And so I'm in that vibration of feeling gratitude. And then I thank Source for the opportunities of extra abundance to flow in, because I'm saving money for things that are special, like going and running away to Bali to marry my beloved. That's pretty important, and it's on my priority list. So I put that out there. There's goals I have in my career of starting my own syndicated show and really reaching out to more people, and as a healer, leading retreats and seminars. So I tune in vibrationally, and I am grateful for what I have. If I have one student show up for a workshop, I'm grateful. And then some days I have 30 people show up. But you stop caring and worrying about it and thinking there's something wrong, because that's our ego. If I have one student show up, there's usually a very powerful reason for it, and it's meant to be a one-on-one session. And so I've learned to really honor and say yes to life however it arrives. And when I go into meditation, I'm visualizing this greater mission and reaching more people. I see it as if it's already here. I vibrationally feel the excitement for what's to come. I vibrationally feel the eagerness and the gratitude for what is on its way and for what I already have. Now, when you're in that place, you vibrationally are attracting to you like a magnet, just metal shards flying in. That's what you're like vibrationally to your abundance and to your opportunities. When you're complaining and you're not meaning to cause yourself trouble, but you're complaining about the lack, you're complaining about how screwed up the government is, you're complaining about how people take advantage of you, and damn it, people don't honor me. When you're doing that, not meaning to, what happens is you are repelling the good opportunities, because vibrationally you are telling the universe, life is a struggle for me, life is a struggle for me, life is a struggle for me. Life sucks, people suck, everyone sucks. And so the universe responds, says, oh, okay, so he's calling in all the people that suck, like magnets, they come in. He's calling in all the people who take advantage and don't respect, coming in. So when we catch that and we realize, oh my gosh, I just figured out the secret to the universe, because really I'm telling you it, and you might want to really pay attention, because when we shift that and we start getting into that vibration of, I'm so grateful for what I have, I am so excited and eager for what is on its way, we do not let anything externally distract us and drop in our vibration. Now you've become a master at managing your own frequency, your own vibration. So the frequency you're emitting out to the universe, you are the only one in charge of that. Nobody in the world has the power to change that unless you allow it. So let's say you're living with someone and they're complaining all the time. You have power. You can let that affect you, and you can just get frustrated and go talk about it to your friends and, I hate that nagging lady. She's always talking about crap. Or you could actually address it and say, I notice that you tend to complain a lot, and you tend to kind of want to talk about the lack. When would you say, do you think it'd be kind of fun if we just played a little bit and like imagined how everything could be so much better? And what is it you're grateful for? And if they're just pissed at you for even saying that because they just don't want to be in a high vibration place, let them go. And I'm not joking. Like, humans, we are not meant to be attached to each other the way we have been trained to be. we attach to each other out of fear. And then when we're in attachment from fear, we feel controlled and dominated. And then therefore, we let that trigger it in ourselves, and we start to want to control and dominate each other. And that is not healthy.